Well, welcome to the Botanical Medicine Study course with me, your host and instructor, Stephanie Georgia, for the online class in all things botanical medicine. If you would like to be the first on your blog to know most of what is available in terms of practice, science, and application of botanical medicine, click link below for a form on how to download the introductory video and handouts. A special thanks to new subscribers and all of you who comment, like, and share these videos. It really does help to spread the word. Well, it seems as if summer has screamed in this year in the Northern Hemisphere with high temps and wild weather. And it's sometimes difficult to know what to eat during these really warm days. If you're like me, all I want to do is eat ice cream. But actually, when you look at cuisines from warm climates, you notice nearer the equator and warmer the climate, then the food becomes more spicy. So in the spirit of trying to eat healthy during the heat, we're going to explore a spice that has become quite popular for botanical medicine in the last decade, and that is turmeric. Turmeric has been used in Asia for centuries and is a major part of Ayurveda and traditional Chinese medicine. Ayurveda is one of the oldest formal medical paradigms and is actually the mother of traditional Chinese medicine, which is why many herbs are used in both tradition. Turmeric was first used as a dye, and the yellow dye was used and is used to color the robes of monks and priests in the Buddhist tradition. And later, it was used for many different things in folk medicine. Now, the genus Curcuma longa, which is the Latin binomial name for turmeric. And this is part of the Zingerbaceae family, or the ginger family. And this is from a group of perennial rhizomatous herbs native to tropical and subtropical regions. Now, I was really surprised to see that the flowers are just so beautiful. I mean, they're really beautiful. And I just think the plant is quite delightful. And curcuma is extensively cultivated in tropical and subtropical regions of Asia, Australia, and South America. It's, as I said, perennial, rhizomatous, which means it has rhizomes, which are kind of like underground stems. It's a herbaceous plant, and it is native to the Indian subcontinent and Southeast Asia. And it needs pretty warm temps to grow and a very high amount of annual rainfall to thrive. And the plants are gathered each year for their rhizomes and also some for propagation to use in the following season, and then obviously for consumption. Now, in India, turmeric is said to give the energy of the Divine Mother and to grant prosperity. And it's often used as a topical paste by brides to give a radiant glow and invite blessings into the marriage. Whole turmeric root is also sometimes used to carve a likeness of Ganesha, the elephant-headed god of prosperity and success, and as a way of invoking strength to overcome obstacles. And in Hindi, it's called haldi, and it's bitter, pungent, heating, and astringing, and it balances all three doshas, vata, pitta, and kapha, but it can aggravate pitta and vata because it's very warming. And if you take it in excess, it's beneficial for blood, plasma, and lymph. And it's considered a detoxifying herb, and it also aids in digestion. And I think that's why it's in almost everything delicious in Indian cooking. Now, turmeric in traditional Chinese medicine, there are two forms of turmeric, and one is called Jian Huang, and the other is called Yu Jin. And you'll recall that the Chinese are very specific in terms of what part of the plant they are using and also how they prepare it. Now, Jian Huang is in the category of herbs that invigorate blood. And this is the rhizome. That's the underground stem. And it's pungent, bitter, and warm. It enters the liver, spleen, and stomach meridians, and it promotes the movement of qi and blood, and it's useful for pain and trauma. Now, the other form is called Yu Jin, and this is the tuber. So the tuber is different than the rhizome. It's also in the categories of herbs that invigorate blood. It's pungent, bitter, and cool. It enters the heart, liver, and lung. It invigorates blood. It breaks up stasis, and it's used topically and internally for traumatic pain. And you can get this thing called amber salve. It doesn't have any amber in it, but it does have turmeric. And it's really a nice salve to put on any type of joint pain, swollen joints, and also bruises. It's really good for that. Yujin promotes the movement of qi. It clears heat, it cools blood, and it also benefits the gallbladder and stops jaundice. Now, turmeric for about a decade now has been the new, what I call oat bran in herbal medicine, meaning there's been a few in-depth studies and product and supplement companies went wild. So it's just like St. John's wort. Turmeric is not used in the modern West as it has been traditionally used in the traditional medicines of Asia. Now, turmeric has its active constituent curcumin. It has anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer, antioxidant properties. And the big takeaway is turmeric's anti-inflammatory effects. And if you want to know the number one problem leading to most all else in terms of ill health, it's especially chronic diseases, it's inflammation. And this is why turmeric helps with things like heart health, arthritis, allergies, and brain health. Now, the chemical constituents of turmeric are legion. They've got carbohydrates, proteins, dietary minerals, essential oils, fiber, but the big one is the curcuminoids. And the golden yellow color of turmeric is due to curcumin. And curcumin has beneficial effects on several factors known to play a role in heart disease, basically because it's an anti-inflammatory agent and an antioxidant. And it's really good for your heart. Curcumin leads to several changes in the molecular level, and that's basically the anti-inflammatory property. And some practitioners and researchers think it could help treat and prevent cancer. Curcumin also crosses the blood-brain barrier and has been shown to lead to various improvements in brain function. And some studies suggest that it stops the pathological processes of Alzheimer's disease. Because of its anti-inflammatory properties, it can help treat symptoms of arthritis and may be more effective than anti-inflammatory drugs. However, taking large amounts of turmeric with its curcumin in supplement forms for long periods can cause stomach upset, and in extreme cases, it can cause ulcers. It's a very, very warm herb, and because of its warmth, if your constitution is warm to hot in terms of Chinese and Ayurvedic diagnosis, then long-term and even short-term intake of turmeric, especially in supplement form, can aggravate your condition. Obviously, if you want to eat a curry or have a cup of tea, it's not going to kill you. But if you're taking this in large doses over long periods of time, it will aggravate you. So please be careful. And this is another plug for getting a good workup from a qualified Ayurvedic or traditional Chinese medicine practitioner, as it is a good idea before you embark on any use of turmeric medicinally, particularly internally. Now, how do you take this? You need a ton of curry. Well, it seems that if you consume turmeric as a supplement, it's best to take it with black pepper. And sometimes many supplements on the market actually have black pepper in it, and you'll see the word pepperine in the ingredient list. And pepperine from pepper increases the absorption of curcumin by 2,000%. That's a lot. And, supplements are expensive, so you want to absorb them. You just don't want to have very highly, enriched urine and feces. You want this stuff to do something into your body. So make sure that if you buy a supplement, that it has the black pepper in it as well. You can take turmeric in capsule, tincture, and tea internally, and also as a salve externally. Now, if you're like me, anything Chinese or especially Indian in terms of cuisine is just absolutely delicious. And turmeric is the backbone spice in many, many dishes. Fresh, pickled, or used as powder, turmeric adds color and flavor to anything it touches. And in India, they serve pickled turmeric root with meals like we in the West eat olives, and it's kind of fun to eat it that way. And it's interesting in sweet things. So you can taste it in like sweet teas or sweet mango lassis, in halvas, things like that. And it also, it's what makes American mustard yellow. That's turmeric. And it's in most curry powders. People think curry is an herb. It's not. It's a mixture of herb. In India, it's called masala, mixed herbs. But usually in most masala or curry powders that you buy already mixed, it will have turmeric as one of the main ingredients. I have a link in the program notes for some incredible recipes for turmeric in any form you can think of. Now, I'm not going to talk much about how to grow turmeric because I don't know how to do that, and it's also a tropical plant. But you certainly can grow it if you live in the tropics or you have warm, humid greenhouses. The flowers are exquisite, and so check the link below on everything you need to grow this amazing plant in your gardens or greenhouses. So however you wish to incorporate this amazing ally of nature, I hope you come to appreciate the incredible gifts of turmeric. This is Stephanie Georgiev saying thanks so much for sharing your valuable time with me. Make sure to click below to get your free introductory lesson in botanical medicine. And until next time, be well.